Thompson, speech and voice coach, and for today's speaking tips, I'd like to focus on the power of the pause when we talk. You know, we talk in different settings. We could be doing a social interaction, or we could be in a business setting where the stakes are a little higher because your career is involved. You could be giving a presentation at work or talking to a convention center of 2,000 people. You could be doing a podcast or an interview where it's quite an intimate setting. So there's different scenarios. But no matter what, we won't know how our words sound when we deliver them unless and until we record those words. And that way we can say, oh, that's how fast I'm talking. I didn't realize that. It's rarely too slow. Sometimes it's too slow, but it's usually the words come out too fast. And that's a whole lesson in itself on the speed of talking. But today we're talking about pauses. So when we record ourselves, we get a really good idea of where we're at, and we can practice and make it better. We have the technology, so we embrace it and use it to your advantage. Why not? We have all these thoughts going on in our mind. You know, there's a lot of information there, and we don't want to forget any of it, and we don't want to take up too much time from the listener, and all of these things are going on. So when we take a pause, it gives us a little moment, a nanosecond to gather our thoughts. That's one benefit of taking a pause. The other benefit is for the audience, for the listener, who you want to do a good job for. When you stop and take a moment, they have time to think about what you said and digest it, because you had the thoughts way before they've heard them. You're thinking super fast. So for example, if I were to say to you, I went to the park and it was beautiful and I had a good time. That's one thing, but if I were to stop and pause a little bit and say, I went to the park and it was beautiful and I had a good time. It gives you that moment to say, oh, the park was beautiful. How was it beautiful? You know, oh, you went there, did you? And you know, this little silent conversation goes on with you and the listener. So the next time you're speaking, I want you to take a moment and realize that those pauses can make a big difference in how your words are understood, remembered, and reflected upon, because you want to leave a powerful impact when you leave. If you just jumble everything out at once without a pause, it's too much. So let's not lose our messages and practice this, and it'd be good to know if you have any positive stories to share after you've done that. So have a great rest of the day, happy practicing, and keep speaking. Enjoy. Bye.